So in order to access the second question, we're just going to click next, which is here at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. So we just click on this. It should bring up the second question and the scenario as well for question 2. So if we just have a read of the scenario and the question, a successful campaign has prevented the proposed development. You would like to publicly thank people who helped the campaign and to inform them of your idea to organize a street party in celebration. You need people to help organize your street party and suggest ideas and activities that would encourage the whole village to join in. Okay, so your task is to write an article for the village magazine. So an article, as you should know, an article has a title and it has paragraph. You can write it in paragraph structure just as you write a letter, or you can use subheadings for each section or paragraphs that you would like. Um, and often in an article, you don't have to be as formal as a letter or an email because you're not writing uh, to a certain company or a big organization or someone that you need to be formal. Um, Again, this is for the village magazine as well, so you don't have to be as formal. You're trying to encourage people to join in, so I'd say you try and use persuasive language to help encourage people and persuade them to come and join the street party. So, again, it's 250 to 300 words for this question as well. As I said, all of them are pretty much the same length, about 250 to 300 words you should be looking at. Okay, so firstly, we are just going to try and formulate a title for this article. So I'm just going to think of one quickly off the top of my head. You can spend about a minute. Don't spend too long trying to formulate a title. Again, they're not going to judge you on how eye-catching the title is. It's about your structure and your format of your writing. So are you using a title regardless of what it says? Are you writing in a persuasive style related to an article? Are you using the correct structure? So using paragraphs. Of course, they will also judge you on your grammar, your spelling, and your punctuation, and also the relevant information that you have included. So let's just think of a title quickly off the top of my head. Okay, so I've thought of a title here. So well done, everyone. We did it. Time to celebrate. So I've kept it quite nice, short and sweet, and I've also mentioned a few things related to the scenario. So time to celebrate, sort of indicative that there will be sort of event that'll be going on, which will help me to structure this piece of writing and also give some information, a little hint, you could say, in the title of what it will be about. So I'm also going to put it in bold and underline it because it is an article. Again, we're trying to attract and encourage people to join. So an article, you can use bold, you can use underlining, as you see here, bold and underlining. Okay, so the title has been formulated. So now I'm going to sort of think of a few ideas we can write about. Again, I'm going to use the scenario. So the proposed development. If you're not sure, if you've forgotten, say what the development was, maybe you're sort of nervous in the exam, might forget. You can go back to scenario one. So again, you can just have a read of the first scenario. So Marlborough Council has granted planning permission for Madison's to build a large superstore. So the proposed development was the large superstore. So the Marlborough people of Marlborough, have come together and prevented this proposed development of the large superstore. Okay, so firstly, let's just think of a few ideas. So again, it tells you sort of in this scenario what you need to write about. So you would like to publicly thank people who helped the campaign. So publicly, so the first paragraph, publicly thank people who helped the campaign. Secondly, Inform them of your idea to organize a street party in celebration. Thirdly, you need people to help organize your street party. You need people to help organize your street party. I suggest ideas and activities that would encourage them to join in. Okay, so these are going to be our 3 paragraphs that we would again, they're given in the scenario just as I done in the first question. I use the scenario to sort of formulate this and structure what I'm going to write about. So in the first paragraph, so publicly thank people who helped the campaign. So I'm just going to write a quick paragraph on thanking everyone who joined in and helped to prevent the large superstore being built in the Marlborough village. So here we are. As you can see in the first paragraph, I've written a few sentences about publicly thanking people who helped the campaign. So I've written here, congratulations everyone, with the exclamation mark. I can't believe it. So instead of using cannot, I've abbreviated it can't. Again, this is not such a formal piece of writing, so you can use less formal language, and you can use rhetorical questions, any persuasive language that you can think of. Again, use it. Use your imagination, as I said. Can you? So this is use. Can you? So I'm sort of addressing the audience. Can you? Can you actually believe that we managed to do it? We have actually managed to prevent Madison's from building a large superstore on the outskirts of our village. I would wholeheartedly like to thank everyone. So okay, I've made a mistake here. So I would wholeheartedly like to thank everyone who helped the campaign. I wrote you instead of who. So again, proofread writing, you can do it as you go along, or you can do it at the end once you've finished all your writing. Without you, this would have not been possible. So I think that should be about sufficient for the first paragraph. So now we move on to the second one. So inform them of your idea to organize a street party in celebration. So I'm just going to write a few sentences for this paragraph as well. So again here, the second paragraph, informing them of your idea to organise a street party and celebration. So I've written here, now that the hard work has paid off, it is time to celebrate. I would like to organise a street party on Marberton Road, so I've just made up the road name, next weekend, and everyone from our village must attend. So I might just capitalise this to make it more persuasive. It is due to be held on Saturday, the 1st of April. Again, I just made up a date, and it will commence at 2 p.m. and will not finish until early hours of the morning. So I think that's quite sufficient in informing them of the idea to organise a street party. So this paragraph is where we have to use our imagination and think of some ideas and activities. So I made a couple of spelling mistakes here that would encourage the community to join in. So let me just try and think of some ideas and write a few sentences about this. So firstly, I've written about some activities that may be held at this proposed street party. So there will be many activities for all age groups, from bouncy castles for the kids, I can put a comment here, to a disco for the adults. There's something for everyone. I'm also planning to hold a barbecue so that everyone so I missed that word, can tuck in to some nice food throughout the day. You need you need people to organise. So I've written about the activities and ideas that I've got for the street party. So I need to plead and ask people to help organise the street party. So I'm going to use some of my ideas to ask people to join in and help with the street party. So here I've just written about pleading for people to help organise the street party. So I've written here, sorry about that. This cannot be possible without your help, though. I will need some people to help with setting up the activities. I think I've missed out an I here with activities, such as the bouncy castle, amongst others things. A DJ will also be required for the disco party. However, there will be equipment and speakers provided. Also, I will need people to bring different food and drinks to help make this day wonderful and special. So I'm just going to sort of round up what I've written about, and again just encourage them to attend. So I can get rid of this because I've sort of written here the third paragraph. Okay, so I've sort of rounded up here. I've sort of again reiterated the fact that to thank everyone who helped prevent the proposed development. So I would like to thank everyone again who helped to prevent the proposed development. It has saved our village and its integrity. And again, told everyone they should attend because it will be sort of persuading everyone it's going to be one to remember. So keep the date free in your diaries, everyone. The 1st of April, it will be one to remember. So again, I think we've done a pretty good job here. So we've got a title, we've written a range of ideas, which are quite um, persuasive and relevant to what's given in the scenario. I'm just gonna have a quick read to see if there's any spelling mistakes or grammatical errors. I've sort of read as I've gone along, so I think it should be quite consistent. Again, this is not perfect. This is just my attempt at both questions. If you have any time remaining, you can again go back to the first question and have a read and see if there's any spelling or grammatical mistakes. I think we've done a pretty good job here. Again, this is the questions that were given here are a letter and an article. You could also have three other types of styles of writing when it comes to the Functional Skills English Level 2 writing exam. You could also have a report, an email, or a speech. So you should also be prepared for all of these three different types of writing, as well as an article and a letter, as any two of them could come up in the exam. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope this was able to help, and good luck for everyone who is planning or uh, revising to take their functional skills writing level 2 exam. Thank you very much.